Local 2959, how's it going? It's Scott Risk, it's your C-Shift shop steward here. I wanted to make a video to do some clarification for you guys as a membership and talk about some things that are rumor mill that's been going on out there regarding specifically the bylaw changes and dealing with the compensation for the board. Okay, guys? So right now, we have our union meeting coming up May 14th, okay? We had a meeting last month where we had a quorum. We barely had 15 people there because you need 5% of your membership to show up to actually officially speak about a matter that needs a vote. So we barely had a quorum there, so that was sufficient. But this next meeting, following the meeting, you're getting an opportunity to vote on the bylaw changes and the compensation, as well as the budget for the year for the union, okay, guys? As well, May 15th, the day following the meeting, you're going to have an opportunity to vote from 0700 till noon. And those 2 days, that 1 hour following the general meeting and the next morning is when you have an opportunity to vote on what I'm going to talk about here. Okay, so I ran through a brief overview last video about talking about each article within the bylaws that we're going to change or that we're proposing to change. But the one that seems to be the hottest thing out there right now is regarding e-board compensation, okay? So currently as it sits right now, when you pay $50 for dues, every paycheck, $33.64 of that money goes directly into the operational budget, the operational account for the union, okay? And then $16.36 of that goes into the war chest slash PAC fund, okay? Guys, the proposals and the changes that we're proposing to make, it's sufficient within the budget and it's not dipping into the PAC fund or any of those changes, okay? It's proposed that we make a 50% increase to board pay straight across the board, okay? So right now, as it sits right now, all of your shop stewards, myself, Scott Cannon, and Dan Hudnett, we get $300 a month for doing the job that we do. Treasurer, secretary and treasurer, they both get $400 a month. Your two vice presidents, legislative and executive, get $800 a month, and the president gets $1,000 a month right now. With the 50% raise, that would increase the monthly compensation for the president to $1,500, vice presidents $1,200, your secretary and treasurer would jump to $600, and your shop stewards would jump up from $300 to $450 a month, okay? Now, I can tell you that if I wasn't doing anything regarding the executive board and I was working a part-time job, this wouldn't be sufficient for me for working the hours that I put in executive board-wise as a part-time job, okay? You don't do it for the money, but it's promoting a few things within the executive board here. It's promoting longevity within the board because, as I'll describe to you, there's a 6% COLA proposed attached to this as well. And nobody should ever run unopposed. The only way to really do that is to increase the compensation because, quite frankly, recently, guys, we've had a very, very disappointing amount of participation within the membership. You know, I know everybody's busy, but that's just a fact. We haven't had much participation. And when there's not much participation, when you have some kind of political event that resides on the executive board's back. So we have to make up for the lack of participation, which it is what it is. You guys can you can see that sometimes when I speak to some of you that it's very taxing, and it is what it is. We signed up for the job, but anyway, so that's a 50% proposal in increase in the salary of monthly. Okay, then the next proposal is to tie a 6% COLA when the contract is moving, when the step plan is moving. Okay. We're proposing that once you've completed every year of your service, okay, you get a 6% increase to your position salary on January 1st, okay? And then that moves up to max out in the 6th year, so second term of that position. So by the end of the 6th year, which you would have to get reelected to a second term, by the 6th year is when you would reach the max compensation for those positions, okay? So let me run down the salary for each position. So your president would go to $21,2776. Your VPs would go to $17,0181 monthly. Treasurer and secretary, $851.08, and shop stewards would jump to $637.57. That's roughly a 41% increase over the 6 years for each position. It has nothing to do with your firefighter salary, okay? It's not attached if there's a COLA attached to our step plan. This is strictly bylaw language that gives a 6% raise for every year of service for the executive board members, okay? So, guys, I want to stress the importance in the success of your executive board. If you have a motivated, successful executive board, which I feel that we have now, okay, in my opinion, this is well worth it. It's not increasing your dues at all. We are not proposing increase in dues, and this is sustainable within the budget. You guys get to vote on the budget every year, but this is sustainable. Somebody asked me, is this sustainable? I said yes, okay. So we'll talk more in detail at the meeting when we have our treasurer at the meeting that will discuss the budget with you, and he can talk about things like that. But, you know, also too, I want to get into the vote part of this, guys. Please don't base your vote off of personal vendetta. Base it off of the position. If you think that your executive board has done a good job, if you feel that your executive board is moving this department in the right direction, where you feel that you have confidence in us, great, okay? This is what we're asking of the membership. You guys are getting an opportunity to vote, okay? Please, everyone, I encourage everyone to attend the meeting, okay? That way you can share or express your thoughts at the meeting. Again, a powerful union member is an active one. Please, everyone, show up for the vote. I hope to see you there May 14th at 1900. It's an evening meeting, okay? And the voting is also going to follow, like I said, on the 15th from 0700 in the morning till noon, okay? Guys, I love you. I'll talk to you later.